Hey YouTube viewers, it's DJ Stealth. I'm basically going over on how you can install a Windows-based platform on your Macintosh computer, whether it be laptop or desktop. It does not matter. And you can see here I have Apple open here, and I have bit of a boot camp frequently asked questions page and probably a support line for it. But hopefully I get most questions answered that you might be having out there. So, in a lot of videos that I've seen, a lot of people are like just telling basics how to do it and then explaining what you'll need later on the video. But right now I'm just going to say that it's going to be a bit of an expensive journey if you're planning on doing this. You have to buy a real deal copy of Windows, whatever Windows platform you want it to be, whether it be XP, Vista, or Windows 7. So that can be anywhere from $200 to $300. And make sure that you do have the full version, not just an upgrade, different package type deal. Another thing you're going to need is if your computer is a year or older, I would definitely recommend a defragmentation. What you need to do is when you're first going to install your Windows, you open up a thing called Boot Camp Assistant, which I have a little shortcut down here in my with all of my other applications. But what you would do is you would go to your Utilities folder under your Applications and select Boot Camp Assistant. Here you set up your entire Windows. You go through the installation. I already have Windows on my computer, so I'm just going to be telling you that you need to, it'll say, welcome to Boot Camp, you know, all the great introduction stuff. You hit continue, and you have to select a certain amount of gigabyte you want to dedicate to Windows on your hard drive, because it needs its own separate partition. And that's what I'm trying to get into. When you need a separate partition, you're going to either need you need a whole free amount of space on your hard drive that you can work with. And if your computer is a year or older, as I was saying, you probably need to defragment it because Windows might not install, or it just might work it might just work very poorly. So if you are a Snow Leopard user, Mac OS X 10.6 or higher, well, I don't think there's any higher, but 10.6 point whatever, you're gonna need to buy a program called iDefrag. And basically what this does is it can defrag your internal hard drive. When you just give me a second here. When you go into your when you go and defragment it, it's going to ask you for your password, and you're going to get in. This is something that you have to buy off of the internet. Just type in iDefrag2 in Google, and you'll get a link to the main site, and you can go and download it from there. What you're going to need to do is when you open this program, compact, you're gonna want to select full defragmentation. Once all of it, make sure this is all done with compiling, and it's going to sort some of your files. Click go, and it's going to restart and boot your computer into a special mode for iDefrag that'll fully defragment your hard drive. Keep in mind that it takes anywhere from an hour to a day, so make sure you're going to do it when you don't need to use your computer. I might get into more on how to do this in another video, but I want to try and fit everything under 10 minutes here. So once you do that and your hard drive is defragmented, another really good thing that you might want to check out is whether or not your disk might need to be repaired in any way. What you can do is when you just get here, with the little Finder tab on the top, you hit Go, Utilities, and we're just going to your Utilities folder as I explained earlier. Select Disk Utility. Open that up, let it gather the information it needs. Select Macintosh hard drive, I forgot. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't have Boot Camp already, but for me, if you're going to do anything with repairing it, make sure you select Macintosh hard drive. You're going to want to verify your disk to make sure that nothing is broken that nothing's not working on your computer. Make sure everything is good. So verify the disk. If it says that everything is good and your disk needs no repair, you're great. You're doing fine, because that means your computer is it's working properly and there's no problems. I personally had to repair my disk because something happened when I was moving some old files from my old computer onto my new one, so I had to do that, and I had to also repair disk permissions. Now, something very scary can be when, yeah, well, not scary, but when you have Boot Camp Assistant open, you're trying to dedicate the partition to it to a certain amount of size, it might not let you, and it says that you need to back up all your files onto your computer and then reformat it to an OSX journaled. They'll get a message like that. You don't have to do that. It just means that you either need to defragment it, repair disk permissions, which you should probably do with repairing the disk anyway. That just gives you more access and lets your it gives you more abilities and different things you can do with your hard drive. And when it's going to give you a message that it really is just telling you to defragment it in a way. So make sure your disk is defragmented, and make sure you verify your disk for any errors, and make sure you get those repaired, as well as your disk permissions. Once everything checks out, you're going to go back into Boot Camp, and you're going to install the disk from there. And what I would suggest doing is creating an Amazon account. So when you create your Amazon account, it's probably the best option. Set up all your shipping information, blah, 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 blah. Amazon has a great variety of different Windows platforms to choose from. So a great thing to get, I mean, everybody wants the latest and greatest, so you can get Windows 7. I'm personally more comfortable with Windows XP because I have more experience with that. So you want to go into Windows 7, and don't buy the premium upgrade, because that won't do anything and it'll just ruin your computer. Make sure you have the Microsoft Windows 7 with whatever version. Make sure you have the full edition. So you want like the whole full package that completely installs it. So this looks like something promising. I am not familiar with Windows 7, so I can't help you too much, but any other questions with Windows XP, I'll definitely have more videos up on it. If not, you want to comment on it. So once you have your disk, you're going to install it into your computer, and you simply do that by following the instructions given by the Boot Camp Assistant. You can also print out the instructions, I believe, and follow them from there. When you set up the computer, two things you want to make sure you do. It's going to ask you what type of format you want to install the platform on. There's one that's called NTFS, something like that, Quick. So NTFS Quick is the best option you want to choose. It'll perform the best. And make sure that it's going to ask you where you want to install Windows onto. Make sure you select the one that says something to the effect of Boot Camp or Boot Camp Partition. Once that is done, you need to make sure that you also have your OS X installation DVD, disc that came with your computer, and that once you get Windows open and all your personal settings are finished before the main screen comes up, you need to insert the disk into your drive, and it's going to load up and say something to the effect of Boot Camp installation or something. It's going to install all the basic trackpad moving, all the different shortcuts, key commands, all the great things of Apple. And it'll give you access to your GPU, your graphics processor unit, graphical processing unit rather, and especially if you're a PC gamer, Boot Camp is what you're going to want to use. And if you are in fact a PC gamer, you're going to want to dedicate at least 50 gigabyte to the hard drive when selecting how much you want to do for your Windows partition. So Parallels is another good option, but if you're a PC gamer, it's not a good option. And with Boot Camp, the way it works is once it is installed, you're gonna have to when you want to go into Mac or Windows, you restart your computer holding down the Option key on your keyboard, and it'll give you an option between the Mac section of your hard drive and the Windows section of your hard drive. Or you can type into Google REFIT program, and basically what that does, it'll give you a Google link, and you go to the main window there, click on a little tab that says Project Summary, and it'll give you a direct download for the right program, because there's a whole lot of links to download it, but the Project Summary part will download it the best. Once you download that, restart your computer 2 times, and then on the second restart, you will get a window that will automatically say whether you want it to be Apple or Windows. And that is helpful, and you don't have to hit any fancy key commands. So any other questions, please comment, send me an email, and when I'm reviewing this video, if I feel that I left anything out, that would be a good thing to mention. I'll make a part 2 video response, something to that effect. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more technical videos and gaming videos, and also my other channel. I'll be getting some music mixes and DJing videos possibly up in a short amount of time. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay tuned.